1st of September 2022. Thank you so much for joining today. All right. Put your hand up if you really liked our guest speaker last night. You could put your virtual hand up. Man, Carl rocked. He was dropping bombs left, right, and center. I was taking it like a ton of notes, and it was just incredible. And I really hope you guys got a lot out of it. Now, my next thing before I get into what was your number one takeaway, has everyone commented on the post? Everyone's went out and congratulated him and thanked him. Please make that a priority. Don't rush to do it now. Be thoughtful. Think of some good things to say. And it was a 30-minute phone call that went for an hour. And, you know, I just learned so much. I've got the recording, so I'm going to share it with you all. I'm going to put it to YouTube for later and, you know, dissect it every way you feel like. So, but man,
how's everybody doing today?
Hey, Adrian, good to see you, bud. All right, let's go around the room quickly, and we'll go from the bottom up. And I just want to hear your number one thing your number one takeaway, and have you written that to Cole and said thanks? Hey, this was my number one takeaway. I appreciate your time. Take it away, Viz. Vizzle, you're on mute.
Oh, right. So my number one takeaway is that how he was talking about the tags and how when recruiters search for specific tags such as internships, jobs, cybersecurity, your profile can pop up, be the first one to pop up. And I think that's a leg up, in my opinion. So I'm thankful for that.
And so after that call last night, what'd you go and do today? You sent it to me.
Today, I had reached out to him and try to send him my resume so that he can review it. And after he reviews my resume, I will go and fix it. And after that, I'll be applying to other places.
Excellent. Yeah. Well, excellent. I'm glad you listened and took initiative. Layla, over to you. Layla, if you're speaking, you're on mute. Okay, we might come back to you, Layla, at the end. Okay, next on my list is Dovrin. Dovrin, can you hear me? Dovrin might be busy as well. All right, next on the list. All right, that's lucky third. All right, Diska, you know, tell me what you loved about last night and your number one takeaway.
Yeah, I really like the keywords that he told us about. We should like link those with our LinkedIn profile for better visibility. So I really like that point, and Ashley really asked great questions about certification. So I really like those points also.
Yeah, that was an interesting topic and an interesting takeaway. I'm not sure I look at the same way and I agree with it, especially when I'm looking at resumes, I'm looking at qualifications, certifications, experience, language skills. But for me, most of all, it's how they fit into the team, how they communicate, right? Are they going to be a team player and someone you really want to work with? All right, over to you, Ashley.
Yeah, I think my biggest takeaway was the fact that LinkedIn is not just a job site, it's a site to network. And you should be using your LinkedIn to basically market yourself. You know, your LinkedIn should say everything about you. So if you're applying to a company, they're going to be looking like, oh, what are these person's values? Do they align with the company's core values, the company's core beliefs, their mission, right? So that was probably the biggest awakening to me. And I've always known that about LinkedIn, but I never thought of it as a fact that, okay, these companies are going to be linking at my LinkedIn as a way to get a feel of who I am and if I would be a good fit. And like Diksha said, like the certifications, that really shocked me. I definitely think there's a lot of certifications out there that are important, but I definitely know that I spent some time chasing after certain certifications, and maybe if I would have put that into, maybe doing an internship earlier. So that was my biggest takeaway for sure. That certifications really kind of shocked me. So yeah, it was really great to hear about.
Yeah, and it's interesting how LinkedIn might put you in front of the line just looking at those keywords. All right, thank you, Ashley. And over to you, Arjun.
In overall, I liked everything about it, but the things that I made like a pick from it, it was the photo on the resume. So usually I always put a photo on the resume, but he also told us that you don't need to do that because it kind of bias something like this. And the other thing that I liked it was when you write down the experience, you should focus more on the achievements that you did on the internship or the job that you had. These are the two things that it catched my eye.
Yep. And you said you've got a lot of questions, so maybe after this, send them over if you've got them, and you can even ask him now in that group chat we've got. So keep an eye on for that. Thank you very much, Arjun. And over to you, Adrian.
I definitely have to agree with Ashley and Diksha. The certifications really caught me off guard. I always thought that they would enhance and help. And he didn't say that you shouldn't get them, but he did say that they're really looking for experience, right? They want you to have on-site experience. So definitely that really caught me off guard. And also when you talked about resumes, I definitely think that that really helped all of us, right? Education, experience, right? Internships. And then he even talked a little bit about putting your skills, right? Intermediate in Python and all that good stuff. So it definitely laid out exactly what we need. And you can always look online, hey, resume template, right? But this is coming from like an actual recruiter that they know what they're looking for. They know what they want to see. So that was a really, really great insight to what we should be doing.
Yeah, thanks, Adrian. I see a couple of hands up. Before we go there, I'm just going to try. Layla, are you there? Layla, can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah, I enjoyed the whole presentation as well. I enjoyed learning about the resumes and the cover letters. And what you guys said about the LinkedIn profile. I think that definitely opened my eyes as well, because through this whole process, I've been getting more notices on LinkedIn, and also it's just overall I've learned more about LinkedIn going through this whole internship. So talking about it last night also reinforced some things about it.
Great. Thank you so much, Layla. And Dovran, are you with us?
Yes. Hello, everyone. My main takeaway was that we need to on resume write and only the main things about the hobbies, and he mentioned the Netflix shows. Yeah, so those things, and about the photo and LinkedIn. Yeah, those was my main takeaways.
Right. Thank you. It was incredible. Like I said, he was dropping bombs. It went on for another 30 minutes extended. So I was really stoked. All right, Vizzle, you had your hand up?
Yep. So what really is kind of shocking is because the CompTIA certificates, they say that they're meant to give you an upper leg when it comes to other applicants. They mentioned that even on the LinkedIn Learning and their website as well. So that's what kind of shocked me when he said they don't really care about certificates.
Yeah, it's contradicting, and that's one recruiter. the next recruiter might look at it a little bit differently. I definitely look at them. It shows me their, skill set depending on the job and the aptitude to learn. So it's, he must be looking at hundreds of thousands of resumes a day as well. So I guess he knows what he's talking about. So
Yeah, I think what's important about it is, I mean, when he first said it, like, oh, certifications, he kind of indicated that they don't matter, for lack of better words. But when he elaborated a little more, I don't think he was saying like don't do certifications, but it was more as like if you have the opportunities to get hands-on experiences, like doing internships and doing an apprenticeship or something like that, that will definitely stand out a little more. But I obviously certifications are super important. Or like he said, something that I also really liked was if it has a community, and I think that's super great, right? Because that's another form of networking. I think overall the theme of networking was like a big theme, just to get jobs and meet new people and get these opportunities.
And meet your industry peers. Thank you so much for your comments. Tishka, you've had your hand up.
Yeah. So I was thinking that another big takeaway would be like as he mentioned that we can ask for referrals and we can ask career advice from people on LinkedIn. So I really like that point as well because if I think about myself, I really don't take initiative until I don't know the person. In like according to like if I have not met with person, so I feel hard to ask any kind of advice and referrals. So I think we should practice that, and we can openly ask for referrals and career advice on LinkedIn.
Yeah, great takeaway. All right, before we move on, anything else? Well, guys, I was stoked. I was pumped. I left that meeting and I was just went on a natural high, and I'm like, oh, and I saw your enthusiasm and I was stoked. Sorry, Ashley, you had something?
Oh yeah, the other thing that kind of really caught me off guard was the fact that he said following up. Like following up is super important. I follow up maybe once, but then after that, I'm like, oh, I'm being, annoying, or I don't want to keep pestering. But he was like, pester me. Like that is how you will stand out. I'm not going to see every email, so that'll give you an advantage, which I have not been doing. So that really was good to hear.
Adrian.
Yeah, so I do want to comment that, this, speaking with him and posting about him really did numbers for our LinkedIn, right? We're at 596 now. I know 3 more followers is not a lot, but we're almost at 600. We have people that are liking our page that, we just brought a huge amount of eyes, in my opinion, to the site, to the profile. So I think that was really great.
Yeah, and add that, and that's why it's really important, not just to say thank you, because he, went out of his way, spent not 30 minutes, but nearly an hour with us, and just spoke about, hey, if you guys are coming out of the educational system, you've just at the tail end of a 12-week cyber intern program, and you really want to be getting, full-time employment. So, listen to him, reach out, contact him, put comments, thank him, have that engagement, because you'll get more eyes on yourself, you get more eyes on the CNL, and it's just better for the community. All right, let's move on, because I want to talk about our app, our mobile app, and I'd like to invite Dishka to give us the 30,000-foot overview.
Yeah, so our like Android app is still under review process, but the iOS one got rejected as as they reviewed and mentioned that there are no additional functionality to our app. So we should, I think, add few more functionalities like Ashley mentioned earlier regarding dictionary. So I feel if we would add those kind of functionality to our website, then it will stand out, and that would be a bit more helpful for getting approval.
It's a funny comment, Dishka, because when I look at it, it's like, well, it's the same functionality as it would be on Safari.
Yeah.
Okay, but what's
So
the difference with Facebook and LinkedIn, right? If I put Facebook or LinkedIn in Safari, it's the same. What additional features are different by using an app? Is it features that you can't see? So behind the scenes where you're able to collect metadata. And when I say metadata, like this is where we really want to go later. You know, we want to be able to identify what's this person looking at later. So then when we are pushing out our secret sauce and it's tailored to what they're seeing, you know, they're like, whoa, wow, how am I seeing this? How did this person know? So, you know, I don't understand what they're looking for yet, especially when I look at the other applications. So there might be something behind the scenes that we can put in place.
yeah, and I think this time we should like firstly we should clear all this with Apple so that then we can clearly move forward with our end.
Yeah, because I know a lot of the other apps do collect data and the metadata, so that could be the difference. And not only collects the data from your app, but you know, your history and your cache, and it could be along those lines. But no, I'm really happy with it so far. I honestly didn't think we'd be having apps in the Google Play or iTunes Store, and this is just one small hurdle. I thought it would get rejected, and I'm just sure it's just a quick tweak and we should be able to go. But it also relates because it pushes off our website. That's a major priority for me to get onto that again, and Visual and Diska, I'd like to invite you into the team to provide feedback, commentary, and really push that for the next week as well.
Yeah.
Yep, no problem.
Adrian, were you able to put together a quick PowerPoint of the daily news articles?
Of course. Is
Whoa.
everybody ready?
Yes,
Yep.
mate.
Beautiful. All right, can everybody see my screen?
Yeah.
Yep.
Beautiful. All right, so we only had 2 articles today, but crazy stories. First article, Neopets says hackers had access to its systems for 18 months. That's huge, right? That's a year and a half. They exposed personal information for more than 69 million members, right? For a year and a half, they had access to all the information. Here's the link if you want to go check it out. But I do want to talk with you guys. I do want some feedback. What do you guys think about this? It's huge. Like they had access for a year and a half. So
I think this is just crazy for hackers because whatever information, like credit card information that they have on there, they can just go on a spending spree with it, you know?
Yeah, PIIs, that's personal identifiable information. This is incredible, right? 69 million members. I think I looked up their gross revenue and it's in the high millions. But 18 months without detection, that's negligence. So, you know, you're going to see fines coming out in a couple of years. If not, you know, they'll probably fold, you know. That's incredible.
Yeah, I agree. Our second article for today, ISC Square launches certified in cybersecurity entry-level certifications to address global workforce gap, right? The world's largest nonprofit association of certified cybersecurity professionals addressed the global cybersecurity workforce gap by creating new pathways into cyber, which is huge, right? It's a huge win for everybody. You know, everybody wants to get into cyber. That's a new trend nowadays, right? I definitely encourage you to look at this link. It's awesome, right? They are bridging the gap, right, between experience
Hey
and
guys, I'm going to give
certification,
you
correct?
guys all a certificate at the end of this 12 weeks. Right. What course would be better? I'd love for you to go to that course, test it out and be like, nah, I'd rather be Rob doing CNL, right? We're in the weeds, we're playing around, we're doing administration, marketing, communication, project management, we're building a website, doing apps, you know, rolling up our sleeves. You know, what certificate would it be? I look at this, Adrian, and I'd have to think differently, right? The nice thing about it's a non-profit association. When I first read it, I'm like, it's a money grab. There is a gap, but maybe they're right. Maybe there is a gap, and maybe I'm a little bit lost for words on this. But I'd be you know, glad to hear your thoughts on it. Someone else is in the team, like Layla. Would you look at this, Layla?
Yeah.
And why?
Because I mean, I think it's just a good program because why not get certified in cybersecurity if you can? I think use all resources that you can readily available to you. I think it's a pretty cool way to get certified.
Yep. And at what level do you think you should be able to get the certification? What do they call it here?
They say
What?
entry level, I believe.
Entry
Yeah.
But,
So what's that? Year 12 or undergrad? First year undergrad?
undergrad, I would believe. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So like
So
freshman, which would be the first
Yeah.
year.
Right. Entry level is undergrad. So you're
okay.
just starting out. I
Yeah. See,
believe.
I look at this. We should be even targeting younger, you know, generations, people in year 9, 10, 11, 12. What do you call it? A sophomore and a senior year? It gets a little bit
Yes.
yeah, it gets a little bit confusing for me, but you know, kids out of school, you know, even at the grassroots, like Cyber Ninjas is you know, for kids like 10 years old. But well, there is a gap. We know there's a gap. We know it's a really big industry. So, you know, let's applaud them and welcome to our field and encourage everyone to do it.
Yeah, I think it's a great resource. I work for this nonprofit youth technology network, and what they do is they try to target usually underprivileged communities, these kids, and then a lot of times we just do just general work around with counties, you know, their community centers. And so what it is, it's basically we're pushing for STEM lessons to expose these kids to science, technology, engineering, math, and we do specific projects. We work with things on like these special computers, and one of the classes that we do is actually cyber. So kids as young as, you know, 9 years old, first grade, all the way through, you know, middle school are super interested in this, and a lot of times because they aren't in the best communities, they aren't able to be exposed to things like cybersecurity. And when I tell you these kids are truly interested, like they're fascinated by this stuff. So I definitely agree with you that this is something that I don't think undergrad, but more, you know, kids before they reach that college point, give them that exposure and teach them a little more about what they can do with technology and, you know, hacking and all that good stuff.
How often do you help there?
So because I work full time during the summer, I haven't been because most of their programs are day programs, they're day camps. But during the school year, a lot of it is after school and weekends. So
Okay.
I usually do that every Saturday morning.
please include me. I'd love to come down and speak with them and, you know, just come and support you in your efforts. I'd love to do that.
Yeah, I'll definitely talk to them. I think we have a new program starting up soon for this upcoming school year. So that would be awesome. Thanks, Rob.
Yeah, anytime. All right, guys. Great news. I've confirmed our guest speaker next week. I went into his office. He wasn't there, so I spoke to his front desk personal assistant, and we got some time blocked on his calendar. So everyone should have had the updated calendar invite for Wednesday at 7 p.m. As I said, it's the .gov space, and you know you should really enjoy it. It's going to be unique again. I think every one of our guest speakers has brought something, you know, completely different. And, you know, this gentleman, he can talk underwater for an hour, not taking a breath with a mouthful of marbles, you know, and 30 minutes, it's going to be like, you know, drinking through a fire hose. So be prepared for that. A couple of tips that I'd like you to do. You've got his name. I didn't give you his website. Do some research on him, on his company, and come prepared. Questions?
What's his name?
It's in the email. It's also in the guest speaker list. And his
This
company's
isn't the
name's
same Mark
his
that we met, is it?
his company's name's also in the guest speaker. So I want you guys to do a little bit of research, right? I don't want to give you guys the answers. I want you to go away and be like, wait a minute, oh, this guy. And you know what? Reach out to him on LinkedIn and go, hey, I heard you're going to be speaking next Wednesday. I can't wait to you know, meet you. You know, do a little bit of legwork. Go out there, make those uncomfortable communications with someone you don't know. So it should be fun. He doesn't even know I'm saying this, so he's going to have like 8 people go, hello, on LinkedIn, and go from there.
Yesterday I looked up Carl before the call, and when he showed his LinkedIn, I'm like, is it gonna show up that I saw his profile? I was really nervous. I was like, everyone's gonna see that I looked him up.
Well, as you said, he's got like 32,777 people. And he really said, like, you get 100, you can invite 100 people or introduce yourself to 100 people a week. And if you're not using that, then, you know, LinkedIn's like, well, we're giving you this to use to build up your network. So definitely use that as a feature. All right, guys, any closing statements?
Is he for next Wednesday, right? Next Wednesday?
Correct.
Perfect.
Yeah, Arjun?
I had a question about the CyberBit certifications.
Mm-hmm.
So are we going to get them or?
Yeah, I'm going to create a certificate for you guys.
That's good.
The CyberBit. Yes, we are getting cyber. Sorry, you are getting a CyberBit certificate, and I am also creating one.
Okay, thank you.
That's great. I'll help you with the name, I guess, unless maybe I can help you with the creating the certificates out for everyone as well. Give you some ideas.
Yep. No, we'll preach that, and I'll definitely be working with Arjun because of his artwork, and we've got some, I think, videos teed up as well, don't we, Arjun? And guys, I'm going to be working all this weekend. I'll be uploading the videos. If you're available, reach out. We can catch up, take 30 minutes to check out the website. But I really wanted to say, guys, this is the end of week 11. We've got 1 week remaining. So, you know, that's it. I'm a little bit, 1 week remaining. It's incredible. The journey's been amazing. So everyone turn up next week. I want to know who's here, who's turned up, you know, pat each other on the back, and let's hit the ground running and finish, you know, with the wind in our sails. And after that, that's the end of the program. I'm going to be continuing with my CSIRO program. You're more than welcome to jump on. But from that, it's your 3 month of coaching and mentoring. All right, guys. Oh,
Good
Arjun, is
job,
your hand,
everyone.
Arjun, is your hand still up, or did we answer that?
Oh, I forgot it. Sorry.
That's cool. All right, guys, thank you so much. If I don't speak to you tomorrow, have a lovely weekend, and please reach out if you want to hang out or do some work or be available, create certificates, go over the website, look at the app, post some articles, comment on some articles.
Alright. Hey
Hi, guys.
Rob, can I stick after just so I can ask a quick question about LinkedIn?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, guys, feel free to drop. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye,
Okay.
everyone.
Bye. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Thanks, Dave.
So for some reason, I can't manage to get the you know, the bullet points under your section to put in your list of things you've done on LinkedIn. Yeah, I can't seem to get the bullet point on there.
Well, instead of using a bullet point, just use a tab.
Oh, let me try that. So,
And if you put it in a Word document, can you then copy it and paste?
let me try. Is that what you usually do?
I don't know if I've got dot points.
Let me try that right now. Or I'll do Word Online because that's free. There we go. Okay. Oh. I know they have it. Office Live, is it right? Yep. There we go. All right, so let me try posting this on a blank sheet. Okay. Okay. And I put it on the blank sheet. And so do I just use the bulleted list after? Let me do that. Bullet. Oh. Can I share my screen? Okay.
Yep.
Yep. So you can see my screen, right?
Not yet.
No. Let me try that again. It says it's showing.
Yeah, I can see me.
Oh. Can you see this?
Yep.
All right. Yeah. So when I go here, I was thinking about getting the the small bullets.
Yeah, so you've got the option there. Just below editing, you got the 3 dots. Hit the down arrow. And then change the size.
Define new bullet.
No, you just had it down.
Oh.
Keep going. And there it is.
This one, right?
Nope. Keep going over.
To the left or right?
To the right.
That one?
Try that. Try that.
Is that too small?
Well, highlight it, and you might be able to hit the. Yeah, it might be hard doing it online.
Yeah, seems like.
Yeah, have a play around with it.
All right.
But you also might just want to use a dash. You don't have to have a.
Oh. Yeah, because I thought these bullets are too bold,
That's cool.
Okay. Yep, that was all my questions.
Yeah, awesome. All right, Visual. Thanks, man.
Yep.
Finish strong.
I will.
All right, man.
Catch you next week. Have a great weekend.
Tomorrow. We'll chat tomorrow. All right.
All right.
See you, bud.
See ya.